Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be heading off on the bus over to Barry Docks to do a bit of fishing. We're going for lure fishing, so quite lightweight. I've only got about 2 or 3 hours over there before I have to head back for work. So it takes about 2 hours. We're going to be jumping on the 30 from Newport down into Cardiff. And then depending on what time we get into Cardiff, it's either a 3:04 down to Morrisons in Barry, or the 45 and 44, no, sorry, 94 or 95. Both of those will take us down to Morrisons. From Morrisons in Barry, it's only about a 3 or 4 minute walk down to Barry Docks. So let's head off, just waiting out for the number 30, and I'll see you down at Barry Docks. Well, this isn't very good. I've been here for almost an hour now, and no sign of the bus over to Cardiff. It's one of the problems with using public transport. Just not reliable enough. Even in midweek, it's just not reliable. And you can sit around for hours doing nothing. But we'll carry on waiting. Okay, so that's it. It's now 20 past 10. And that means 10 past 9 hasn't turned up. The 20 to 10 hasn't turned up. 10 past 10 hasn't turned up. I've given up on the bus now. I'm going to take a walk up to the railway station, and we're going to catch a train into Cardiff and then catch a bus out of Cardiff. Obviously, number 30. Either Newport bus or Cardiff bus just aren't up to scratch and aren't working. So let's go up to the railway station and try the train. Okay, so we've just got off at the Cardiff Central. We've made up a little bit of time, but I still think we're going to be in about an hour late down to Barry Docks, but we'll see how it goes. Of course, catching a train brings about its own problems. Not least trying to find out what your fare is. You'd think that a single fare to Cardiff would be the cheapest, but it's not. You've always got to go through all of the fares that's displayed, all of the options, to get your best deal. And a day return to Cardiff at £5.50 is cheaper than getting a single ticket to Cardiff at £6. That's just the way public transport works in Britain. Don't quite know why a single ticket is more expensive than a return ticket. It's just the vagaries of the railway system. But let's head off. I want either the number 94 down to Morrisons in Barry, or the 95, which takes me down to Morrisons on its way to Barry Island. Okay, so we're here finally. It's 12:05. So I'm about 50 minutes later than I'd hoped to be here for. Unfortunately, those buses just didn't turn up. So fortunately, thanks to the train, we finally made it here. So I'm going to do a bit of lure fishing. I've got my some micro lures I want to try out, and also some drop shot fishing. So let's have a look at what I've got. Okay, so what I brought with me, I've got some of these new micro lures I want to give a try. The water down at Barry Dock, it's not fantastically clean, but it is a lot better than what we're getting down at the River Usk. I've got some 1 ounce weights there, and I've also got some 1/4 ounce weights for drop shot. I brought some crawfish lures and some little minnow lures, and those tailed lures as well. I've also got a couple of these large racky worms. I don't think I've got any hooks big enough for those, but we'll have a look. In the side of my pocket, get that out. Snacks, can't go anywhere without some dried dates and biscuits. This is my wallet with my end tackling. So I've got mainly size 10 hooks set up on a drop shot, and also I've got some just straightforward leaders for the lures. Got my lightweight KC4000 reel. That's a Gotcha KC4000. Got £17 line on that. And of course, I've got my little telescopic lure rod. I'm just using the one rod. So I'm just using the one rod today. I don't have a vast amount of time, so that should be fine. So let's get set up and get the first cast out. Okay, so I'm going to start off with just this yellow, well, green minnow. It's on a size 1 hook, and it's about 4 inches off the bottom of a 1 ounce drop shot weight. So that's what I'm going to start off with. Weather-wise, it's nice and bright, but there is a good strong wind blowing, and there's a little bit of a chill to the wind, but it's not too bad. Hopefully, I must get the tripod up, but I think it might be a bit too breezy for that, but we'll see. There is quite a cold wind blowing and strong wind as well, which means I might not get out the lures and I might just stick to drop shot fishing using that 1 ounce weight. I think the half ounce or quarter ounce weight I've got are going to be too light, because when I'm casting out, it's taking the line a long way, even with a 1 ounce weight. But with the number of cormorants around, I think it's pretty certain that there's fish in here. Now, according to the Fishing in Wales website, you can get things like bass, codling, flounder, mullet, and quite a few other fish species out of this location. So everything's blown all over the place at the moment. So even and eyes, I'm looking to see what's blown away. Well, I'm only casting out a little way. It's quite deep, the water is here. And with a combination of the wind taking the line and the deepness of the water, I'm using up a fair old chunk of line. Let's just bring that in a little bit. So my minnow lure, the soft silicone one, is set about 4 inches above the weight. So when the weight drops down, that minnow is going to flap around about 4 inches high. Hopefully that's high enough to avoid the crabs, because there's quite a few crabs, I've heard, in this place. And hopefully it's going to be just right to grab the attention of some fish. But we'll see. Well, just actually had a couple of interesting little chats to local residents, because the docks have been developed into a really nice residential area. And one who's just come up has said that a fairly decent sized bass was caught down here last week. So there's definitely stuff around. It's just a real pain having that wind. You know, you can cope with most weather conditions for your fishing, but wind does cause you a problem, especially with casting, and also just watching the end of the rod to see if you get a bite, because the wind just blows it if it's too sensitive. But a really, really nice day out. Great to have the sun back. Got the old sunglasses back out, and if you can see them, I've got my mesh trainers back out finally. Really comfortable trainers. Bought them last year. They're coped really well. Great for the beach, great for rocks. Got a good solid non-slip sole. And because it's got a mesh top, it's real breathable. So no more sweaty feet in the summer. But hopefully we'll get something today. Just a nice slow wind back in and just bobbing it around, trying to get some attention. And in fact, you can really just drop it off over the side here because the water goes quite deep very quickly. You can really just do drop shots by dropping it over the end like as if you're about to pier. One nice thing about it is that you're not too far away from the water, you know, you're not too high up like you are if you go to Penarth Pier or if you go to the barrage where you got a real haul up to get to the fish if you catch one. But let's continue. Right, so we're not having we're not having much luck with the green minnow. So let's do a quick swap over and try the craw. This works really well down under River Usk. Whether we're going to get much luck down here at Cardiff Bay, we shall see. So let's get it cast out. Not too far down, not too far out, maybe about winding about 100 foot of line. That's been taken by the wind. And let's see how that goes if I just bounce it along the bottom and see if we can get something with the craw. Because creature baits do tend to be quite good. And if there's a monster bass down there somewhere, hopefully we'll find it. The problem is, of course, is that that wind just keeps gusting up. But we'll spend half an hour on the creature bait. If you get anything, I'll switch on the chest camera and we'll see what happens. But I want to turn my phone off because I want to put my microphone back in my pocket because it's blown off a few times and I don't want to lose it. You know, this is the first time I've come down to Barry Docks and I quite like it, especially for lure fishing. One of the big differences is here is that you've probably got six inches of visibility in a water column. So when you bring your lure close in, you can play with it in the top 6 inches for a bit, just to see if it's been stalked by any fish. As in the River Usk, of course, because it's so dark and muddy from the sediment. You've got no play at all for that, because the only time you see it is when it's actually out of the water. Whereas here I can bring it up to about 6 inches below the top of the water and then just move the lure around a little bit up at the top of the column, just to see if it's been stalked by a fish or not. And that's really useful. Most of that line going out there is not the way it's sinking, it's the wind blowing. It's still so gusty. Let's bring that slack line in, and then we can carry on. It's going to be too gusty to try out those micro baits, unfortunately, because they're so light. The wind, I'm just not going to be able to cast any sort of distance. So I'm going to stick with a drop shot. And try different types of colours and different minnows. And I might even try that stick worm. We'll see how it goes.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shoot tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
One of the nice things about coming here, and I'll definitely be coming across quite often now, even though it takes 2 hours, if there was this one, is that you don't have to worry too much about the tides. Now on the River Usk, because it's really quite tidal, very tidal in fact, you've probably got 3 hours, 4 hours max fishing before you've lost all the water. Whereas here, there's always water. So that's good. Really enjoyed it here today. Not had any bites yet, but it's a nice location. Fairly quiet, because you've got these sort of piers that come off the main walkway, so you can go down one of the piers, and you're quite away from the walk, and you don't really get disturbed. I've had 4 people come up and have a chat about the fishing down here, so that was quite nice to be kept up to date with everything. One of them was saying that last week there was quite a decent bass brought out of here, so that's quite good. Just a very pleasant place to be, except for that strong wind. Yeah, definitely a thumbs up, and I will be back.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away.
Darn it, I had a bite. Just lost it. I don't think I struck hard enough. Now that was a bit of a pain. Right, so let's get back to what I was going to say. And then it's heading up now for 4 o'clock. So I'll have another couple of casts out before we head home. So up to about 20 past 4, take a walk up to Morrisons just up the road there where I'm going to get the buzz. I'll grab a cup of coffee up there. And then catch a bus about 5 o'clock. Should be back home in Newport for about 7:15, hopefully. So my thoughts about the first visit here to Barry Docks is that it's a really nice place to come to. And I'll be quite honest with you, if it wasn't for that wind, if that wind disappeared, I would quite happily spend another couple of hours here and get the lures out, those micro lures I brought. But that wind hasn't died down at all today, and it's making casting really difficult. And it's blown a real huey into me here, coming from that one direction. But apart from that, definitely going to come back. One of the best things about it is that the water is always here, so you don't have to worry about tide times or anything like that. And as I said earlier, I've talked about 4 people now from here, and they do say that fish I caught here last week was a good, decent sized bass. Another person I was speaking to said that lure fishing is the best fishing here, keeping going towards the sides, and it's quite a popular type of fishing down here rather than general sea fishing. So I'll definitely be back, purely because I know there's always going to be water here. So if the tides aren't working well when I've got time, it's a couple of hours trip on the buzz, yes, but I think it's well worth doing. Now, no, today the buzz hasn't run very well here. 3 buzzes not turning up. That's very, very unusual. You can sometimes lose 1 buzz, but I've never known 3 buzzes not turn up, especially the Cardiff buzz. I mean, it's a major route, and for 3 not to turn up is very unusual. And the other thing is that the Cardiff buzzes run Sunday and bank holidays, and so does 95 and 94. So I can come down here on a Sunday and a bank holiday without too much of a problem. Very little walking to do. I mean, you're off at Morrisons, which is just up the top of the road, about 3 minutes walk. And that also gives you a nice place to have some lunch or coffee. So at the end of the day. So yes, definitely be coming back. And I had that 1 bite as I was sort of reeling in. But I haven't caught anything, unfortunately, but not to worry about that. Yeah, definitely at the top. That's my alarm going, saying to tell me to pack up, so that's what I'm going to do. Well, I'm going to have a couple of casts, and then I'll pack up. But that's it. So, until next time, tight lines, and I hope you enjoyed the video today. That's my new place, first time fishing at Barry Docks.